Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, our students and colleagues. Once again, thank you very much for coming. I want to wish you a warm welcome from the behalf of the Faculty of Architecture, University of Belgrade. And we started yesterday with the lecture of Professor Mark Cousins, and today we are starting with the formal opening of the conference. So I will give you a few words about what are the aims of the conference and what we expect to approach and what we expect to achieve in these 2 days. And after that, Mr. Vladan will talk a little bit more about the influence of the architecture and philosophy. I will start with something about the responding of the particular state of overall architecture. And this scientific conference aims to question the formal and philosophical assumptions understanding contemporary architecture and bring attention to the question of borders between the architecture and philosophy. So our main thing here is to have some connection between these two disciplines. Using the perspective of the relation between architectural theory and practice, which once appeared to believe to label as Deconstructionism, and the work of French philosopher Jacques Derrida, the conference will be directed toward defining whether a new kind of honesty has emerged in the contemporary relation between these two disciplines. Having this in mind, we hope to establish the connection which influenced so strongly both architecture and philosophy in the last decades of 20th century. It has been almost a quarter of a century since Deconstructionism or deconstructive architecture entered the world of architecture through the exhibition held at Museum of Modern Art and organized by Philip Johnson and Mark Ridley, who is here today with us, in 1988, and brought into the spotlight a number of questions which after all this time are still relevant today. The discussion of the phenomenon of deconstructionism used the complete phraseology developed by Jacques Derrida, who is considered as the creator, but refused to give the definition of deconstruction. Instead, Derrida stated what deconstruction is not. It is not an analysis, it is not a critic, it is not a method. Derrida's writings and collaboration with architects Bernard Tschumi and Peter Eisenman has managed to influence the late 20th century architecture and are today a background of contemporary architecture. But nevertheless, some questions are still standing and confronting with disciplinary barriers. The borders may be stronger now than ever, and those are the issues we should be dealing with. This conference, The Architecture of Deconstruction, the Spectre of Jacques Derrida, is strongly interfered with the question of posing and dismantling the area of in-between architecture and philosophy through the perspective of Derrida's work. The aim is to set some questions, to provoke the further discussion, and to move from one room to question to another. In the catalog of the exhibition, Johnson and Bigley have stated the whole philosophy of deconstruction as a disorder of thinking about the form. On that note, we challenge you to join our event and to share disorders among ourselves. Thank you.